Dear students, you are going to listen to Simon Lancaster's speech. While listening, underline all prominent words in his speech. Pay attention to his intonation pitch in his speech. What does his intonation convey? Now, time to listen.
Privileged few. So what I'm going to do in my speech is revive this ancient art of rhetoric and share with you 6 techniques so that you can all speak like leaders. So, right, okay, stop. Right, stop, listen, look left, look right, look centre. How are you feeling? Distressed? Anxious? Little bit edgy? That's because I'm mimicking hyperventilating. And so this is the authentic sound of fear, and that fear transfers to you. This is an ancient Roman rhetorical device. They used to call it a syndeton, but it's one that leaders still use today. So David Cameron uses it. Broken homes, failing schools, sinker states. Tony Blair used to use it as well. Education, education, education. Barack Obama, too. A world at war, a planet in peril. The worst financial crisis in a generation. Why 3? Well, 3 is the magic number in rhetoric. Government of the people, by the people, for the people. Ein Volk, ein Reich, ein Führer. Mangia bene, ridi spesso, ama molto. That was the hardest part of this speech to practice, so thank you for the applause. This is also an ancient Roman rhetorical device. They used to call it tricolon, which makes it sound like a peculiar part of the digestive system, but it's just put things in 3s. You put your arguments in 3s, it makes it sound more compelling, more convincing, more credible, just like that. And so we find the rule of 3 here, there, and everywhere. And so indeed you can tell the history of Verona through nothing more than the rule of 3. If you think that Caesar used to come here 2,000 years ago, veni, vidi, vici. 400 years ago, Shakespeare wrote Romeo and Juliet, which was set here. Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? But of course, far and away, the most momentous event in Verona's history, today's TEDx. Reinvent, rethink, relay. Right, let's move on. Number 2. 3 sentences in which the opening clause is repeated. Now, this is what Winston Churchill did with his "We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the landing grounds, we shall fight on the fields and in the streets." Of course, he could have said this a whole lot quicker, but he wanted to communicate his emotion, so he repeated it. When we're emotional about things, our perspective distorts, and this then manifests in our speech, and so this is the authentic sound of passion. I love Verona. I love Italy. I love pasta. I love tiramisu. I love all of you. I love the excitement. I love the energy. I love the enthusiasm here in this room. Are you feeling my passion? You should be, because I'm a speechwriter and I know how to make a point. It sweeps people away. And this is why this is a technique which is used by slick salesmen and by market traders. I'm not asking £20, I'm not asking £15, I'm not even asking £10. It sweeps people on to the next point, which is 3 balancing statements. Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. There's nothing wrong with America that can't be cured by what's right with America. To be or not to be. If the sentence sounds as if it's balanced, we imagine that the underlying thinking is balanced, and our brain is tuned to like things that are balanced. Balanced minds, balanced diets, balanced lives. And so we're drawn to these kinds of sentences, we're attracted to them, even if that balance is actually just an illusion, like we're looking to the future, not the past. We're working together, not against one another. We're thinking about what we can do, not what we can't. Now let's move on to number 4, metaphor. Metaphor is probably the most powerful piece of political communication, but it's the bit no one ever talks about, the elephant in the room, so to speak, which is extraordinary because we use metaphor once every 16 words on average. So our conversation is littered with metaphors, scattered with metaphors. We can't speak for very long without reaching for a metaphor, and metaphors are very loaded. So you see, metaphors are all over the place, and they are political in that they are used by people to lead people towards things or indeed to make them recoil. And so we use beautiful images, images of people, images of love, images of family, of sunshine, in order to draw people towards things and